right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Monday, December 16th, 2019. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us some of your time. We know it's valuable. Here at the Patriot Hour, we always encourage you at home, the viewer, to watch everything you can, listen to everybody you can, believe none of it. Believe none of it until you can verify it, all right? So do your own research, connect all your own dots, and come to the best conclusions based off all of that, okay? Only you know what's best for you when looking into research that involves you or, the things that you're interested in. But there is a big storyline here, and again, make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell. All new Patriots, newbies, welcome. Returning Patriots, some of the best Patriots, welcome back. Take a look down below in the description box. All the links are down below. Please think about becoming a member. We want to welcome all the members here to the Patriot Hour. It's right down below next to the subscribe, and it's a awesome thing for us over here. Okay, we got some new QAnon, Q updates. We're going to jump right into those. A couple more have come out later this afternoon, so without wasting any more time, let's jump right on in. Get this off. Okay, so the last one we went over was 3692. All right, it was a drop here. Gitmo operators are standing by. We got a number here. I have called it. Come to find out, that is to the Clinton Foundation. Unbelievable. When I call that number, it's just like leave a message, and then you could hit 0 and kind of get out of that, and then you can enter other numbers. But I didn't really get to any kind of, main menu in there. So interesting though. Lots of commenters in the last video let me know that. So thank you. Thank you again. All right. So 3693. Same evidence to free Flynn currently being used to indict others. It's kind of what we've been going over here, folks. Same evidence to free Flynn currently being used to indict others by grand jury. Okay. Grand jury in the brackets. 302s modified. So the 302s are the paperwork that the FBI or most any intelligence agencies use, something similar. Even NCIS, all right, Naval Criminal, and that's the notes, the paperwork that's submitted at the beginning of everything. There's a paragraph, the 302s. It's going to list all kinds of evidence that they typically go by when they went and interviewed people. So the 302s are being modified. One count. Who listened in? 2 people. Count on the FISA. All right, so 6 counts. FBI agent 1 in the brackets, P. Flynn interview. Was it Page? I have to see there. So Flynn interview. If FISA warrant was illegal, if FISA warrant predicated on illegal and uncorroborated information, if FISA actors purposely withheld exculpatory evidence from the court. In the brackets, watch what happens next. So, folks, this is huge. This isn't just a little mishap like Comey, all right? His whole interview yesterday proved how serious this is. And him, again, using words like he did for Hillary, because the one that they hit on him for Horowitz said, I don't know if this is, gross negligence or intentional. Intentional means they liberally set out to do it, which is what we know happened. And then the other way you can back out of it is try to act like, oh, you didn't know. It just kind of, all of a sudden, he wasn't much involved. All the paperwork was coming to him, and he wasn't checking it real. Wow. But he went around the country for 2 years acting like they did things right. He knew that things were done right. And he got his narrative out there, didn't he? His lie. And then it comes back, well, how would I have known? I was just kind of there, floating around, man. No. We see what's going on here, Comey. We see your mother-in-law was in all rights to be worried for you when you went and visited her in the nursing home. And she was like, you're going to jail. I've been watching Fox News, and they've been talking about you going to jail. Maybe it was, I watched the Patriot Hour, and they're telling me you're going to jail. And while he's there leaning in, like, that's a lie, in the background on one of the TVs. There's probably a guy in a wheelchair that rolls up, and as Comey leaves, comes up to the mother-in-law, is like, is that James Comey? Your daughter is going to be widow, or she's going to be husbandless. He'll be in jail. As he scoots off on his wheelchair, maybe he's got a "Where we go one, we go all" license plate. And when Comey comes to visit, they play the Patriot hour. These are just funny things that we kind of laugh about and going on in the stories of how the world is becoming woke. All right, there'll be lots of funny articles and funny stories to go over in the future. But for now, we'll get back to this. All right, so watch what happens next, folks. Okay, this, if you know anything about evidence and people have won over the, you have to have A to get to go to B. Now, if you did B, C, and D all correct, all by the book, but the initial thing to get you there was highly illegal. Maybe a bunch of people over here in the FBI didn't know. I'm assuming a lot of people didn't know. They handpicked these teams, by the way, to have as many errors as they did. Okay, so the same evidence used to screw Flynn is going to be used to screw others. All right, indict. 3694 in the series came on the 16th of December at 4:40 p.m., just a couple hours ago. Obama directed the coup against President Trump. All right, I brought this up the other day. Lisa Page. POTUS wants to know everything we're doing. Now, this is on September 2nd of 2016. I don't think it was Bush that was president or Trump. It was Obama. And POTUS. We all know what that means. Never forget who directed. Hell, you got Brennan and Clapper going around, and now if you remember a couple months ago, we were just doing our job. It was Obama. It was he who directed us. It was he who tasked us, he said. He who tasked us. These treasonous bastards. 16th of December. Let me make sure I'm not skipping over anything here. So never forget. All right, 3695 came on the 16th of December 2019 at 4:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mark Meadows says Bill Barr looking at unbelievably unusual activity during Obama's final months in office. We all know by now the final months of the campaign and the transition caused chaos for the DC establishment. They didn't know what to do. Trump too. He fired Chris Christie and redid the entire transition. Point is, Trump's historic upset caught most off guard, and stuff happened. We also know glowing media reports leaked by Obama staffers that the team, Obama, spread the Russian information far and wide inside the bureaucracy in the event Trump wanted to shut down the investigation. Why would President of the United States Hussein assign Ren-e-gade as his USS, not United States Secret Service code name? Define renegade. A person who deserts and betrays in an organization, country, or set of principles. So you got traitor, defector, deserter, turncoat, betrayer. Wow. So it's logical thinking here, folks. That is a repost from April 25th of 19, earlier this year in the spring, having treacherously changed alliances. Ooh. Whew. So there you go. Unbelievable. This is on June 25th of 2019. And this is a good one here. Haven't you figured it out yet? It's not about Trump's corruption. It's about making sure you don't find out about their corruption. That's what it's always been about. You can see it. It's sad. It's a sad state of this country. It's not like we're all happy here together. We're getting through this. We're making sure that it would be more sad not to call it out, not to make sure it goes away, not to fix the country. People have asked comments. This ain't happening. Blah. You better hope it's happening, buddy. And we never, I'd never give up on the country, on the Patriots. I served. This is just another continuance of making sure that we can help spread the truth, get what is known. It's little. It was a huge resistance when we first started. We were at the peak of it, folks. There's tons of other channels that have helped, been here all along the way. We got American Joe and the Lions Republic and tons of other just great channels that we all cover. Sometimes we overlap on articles, other times there's so many out there, so many great little nuggets of truth, because that's how this works. If you haven't man's got free will. The people building all this technology to do everything is man. Who does that man serve? Who does that man, is he of benevolence? Is he of evil? It's man all along the way. So they've always had to trick us, all right? Now I can give that the Illuminati having a presidential run, they can, the best they can do is get both people from the Democratic Party and then the Republican Party in July of that election year, like coming up, and to have the front runners from each group be one of their members. They can sit back at that point 5-6 months early and pretty much be sure, like, ooh, no matter what, we got a guy in. And that's typically been the case. Because it comes down to free will. They got to propagate us as much as they can to trick us into voting for, one of the two, or making the front runners one of the two. And that they get a little 6-month break, kickback of, whew. But this time was different, all right? We voted in Trump, not part of the establishment. It threw them in an uproar. They didn't get to sit back for that 6 months of when, Hillary got called out by Comey, but then yet went into change the word gross negligence to just irresponsible or whatever he used. Kind of like what he's trying to do for himself in that interview. Oh yeah, it was real sloppy stuff. Well, no, the word sloppy is not allowed for you. The IG, Horowitz, actually said gross negligence or intentful. Either way is very bad. Very bad. All right, so we know how it works. We got free will, folks. And they have to beat that. They have to convince people. Some are easier than others. All right, so we're going to move on up, making sure here, 3697. I skipped over 97. This one came at 6:11 p.m. just a little bit ago. All right, 16th of December 2019, 6:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3532 is a repost from the 28th of July that came at 7:53 p.m. The swamp runs deep. The swamp runs deep. DNC servers, all right, servers hold many answers. Scaramucci model, DNI and the NSA, OWAN. All right, this is the guy that had all the DNC in DC and did their servers. And for some reason, this guy and his family got to do all of the DNC servers. It was the one lady that set it all up. DWS right here, yeah. Debbie Wasserman Schwartz. All right. All of the Democratic Congress. House of Cards. You didn't think the plea deal was the end, did you? So we had this Daily Wire scandal reopens court papers on the Democratic aid. This is going to be a nightmare for them. Everything's going to be a nightmare. So December 13th of 2019, scandal reopens court papers on Democratic IT aid. Amiran Awan make new revelation. The Department of Justice said this month that it could not release the records of the Democratic technology aide Amiran Awan due to technical difficulties, but later admitted in court documents it could not release the records on the basis or because there's a secret ongoing case related. This will definitely probably link Durham. So Judicial Watch filed a Freedom of Information, FOIA, request lawsuit on November 7th of 18 for the 7,000 pages of the Capitol Police records related to the cybersecurity investigation. The DOJ agreed to begin producing records by November 5th. Daily Caller News Foundation investigative reporter Luke Rosak reported the deadline kind of came and went with no records being produced. On a November 13 call, the DOJ stated technical difficulties had resulted in a delay. Judicial Watch stated in a court filing. In a newly released court filing, the Department of Justice wrote, pursuant to the order issued by Honorable Tanya S. Chalkin, who is presiding over a related sealed criminal matter, the government is prohibited from disclosing certain information pursuant to formal and informal information requests in this matter. The government advised Judge Chalkin of the instant FOIA matter and thought clarification from Judge Chalkin, making sure I'm Chutkan, concerning the government's permissible response in light of the order in the sealed matter. Defendant received the clarification December 5th of 2019, the date of this filing, that permitted defendant to say the following: the government is prohibited from disclosing any information pursuant. So, the DCNF noted that the DOJ said it had closed the investigation into Awan in 2018, in which Awan entered a plea deal where he pleaded guilty to 1 count of bank fraud. After the DOJ closed the case, President Donald Trump weighed in on the matter, tweeting, "Our Justice Department must not let Awan and Debbie Wasserman Schultz off the hook. The Democratic IT scandal is a key to much of the corruption we see today. They want to make a plea deal to hide what is on their server. Where is the server? Really bad, because we know." What we're going to find out here, folks, is a lot of this was process and planning. Let these places look at the things, see if they do the right stuff. They have not been. People haven't stopped the coup. People haven't done the right thing. So that's why Trump tweets. It's simple as that. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you tweet about it? And then they can get mad and be like, this is a political thing. You guys aren't doing your job. It's business as usual. You're covering up for people. It's really bad, just like Trump says. 100% with them. Our Justice Department must not let Awan and Debbie Wasserman Schultz off the hook. So U.S. Attorney Benton Peterson told the U.S. District Court Judge Amit P. Mahita, who was presiding over the FOIA lawsuit that filed by Judicial Watch, old Tom Fitton over there, that the DOJ was set to release a cache of documents. But that was informed of a sealing order in that case, and then they couldn't discuss anything. So, interesting stuff here. Lots of key points. Let's look here. During the 2016 election, the House of Office Inspector General warned that Erman and his family were making unauthorized access to the data. Shortly after the IG report came out in September 2016, the caucus server, they identified as a prime evidence in the cybersecurity case, physically disappeared. I mean, they were doing it all on all of the Democrats, folks. Wasserman Schultz declined to fire Erman despite knowing he was suspected of cybersecurity violations, even though she had just lost her job as a DNC chair after. After Erman was banned from the network, he left a laptop with the username Rep. W. Wasserman Schultz in a phone booth. A former business partner. This dude also, if I remember correctly, he lived in base housing or something similar. And a Marine had took into the house. And then that guy got a hold of him to get a bunch of stuff back out of the basement of the house. But he had already got a hold of the FBI or NCIS or whatever, and they came and took everything. So they found all this stuff. And I remember I have a video out there somewhere in the past. What it would be named, I don't know, but I know that I went over it, and I know I sat here and did it probably a year and a half ago. So that was another little side thing that they found a whole bunch of hard drives and laptops, like underneath a staircase in some rental house that some Marine or in base housing, because he was entitled, most likely. So that might say it in here. I doubt it, but no, yeah. So there you go. A former business partner of Erman's father says the father handed over USB of data to the Pakistani official that the Erman claimed he had power to change the U.S. president. The cybersecurity investigation started after allegedly falsified invoices caught administrators' attention, and the Awan's lawyers blamed members. Very interesting, folks. Very interesting. So right here, 3698, the Department of Justice said this month that it could not release records on the Democratic technology aide Arman Awan due to a technical difficulty, but later admitted in court documents that it could not release records on him because there's a secret ongoing case related to the matter. Could not release records on him because there's no secret ongoing case to the matter. Could not release records on him because there is a secret ongoing case. Secret ongoing case related to the matter. Secret ongoing case related to the matter. So the swamp runs deep. You didn't think the plea deal was the end. Got an article that we just read. We come up here to this one, technical difficulties. And then Jeremy Fleming has been the director of GCHQ since April of 2017. Name worth remembering. Jeremy Fleming. I did a whole thing on the UK, on the GCHQ, Robert Flanagan and all them. Yellow Submarine. If you have not seen that, I would highly suggest you search that. Yellow Submarine, Patriot Hour. Goes over some crazy things that didn't end up happening, luckily. But this is interesting as well. You see proofs. There we go. Unbelievable, unusual activity during Obama's final months in office. A person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles. Go ahead and save that. Here we go. POTUS tweet. Q11, 12/17/17. QMAP. CJ Truth. Get a little repost here. This guy's got the whole QMAP pub. Where we go on, we go all. Wow. POTUS follows QAnon. A LARP. Clinton Global Initiative in New York. There it is, the numbers. 212-397-2255. Anons confirmed 129 was the exact time of the IG. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Holy moly, folks. We're going to leave it right there. So again, let your mind figure it out for yourself, all right? We don't you have to say too much anymore. Just do videos where I show you and you figure it out. Now we'll always be here to break it down together. And again, leave some great comments down below, folks. Some of the greatest Patriots here. Again, we're going to be meeting face to face with some of you in August 14th and 15th coming up in 2020, just months before the election. It's going to be great. A lot of this is going to be figured out by then. It's going to be a great time to celebrate taking some of the trash, so to say, to the curb. All right, we're throwing them away. The Illuminati has been taken out to the trash. It's getting closer and closer every day to the final acts, where it'll just be it'll be glorious for a lot of us. All right, it will be glorious. All right, we're gonna shut this one down. Again, we're at the 25-minute mark, a little later than what longer than I like to go. The attention span here on YouTube is not long. I got the algorithms, I can prove it. But hopefully you're here still, some of you, to get every last bit of information. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm working on something tonight. Should be out tomorrow, but again, throughout the night into the late, early morning. And I'll get it out sometime tomorrow. Again, I'm Michael, Patriot Hour. God bless each and every one of you, and we'll see you back here real soon on the next one. Have a great evening. Bye.